It's Rescue 143 at the scene.
For nearly 50 years, Argo has been the leading manufacturer of extreme terrain vehicles for off-road emergency applications.
Sir, we're coming for you.
Argo vehicles can climb, crawl, or swim anywhere fire and rescue personnel have to go when time is of the essence. Argo lets your search team cover ground faster. Learn more about Argo at www.argoxtv.com/fire and rescue.
This is Mark Brady. I'm the Chief Spokesperson for the Prince George's County Fire and Emergency Medical Services Department.
I've been the Public Information Officer for the Prince George's County Fire and Emergency Medical Services Department for the past 22 of my 36-year career with the department. One day I could be recognizing firefighters for a job well done, and the very next accepting a donation to purchase smoke alarms. Time permitting, I try to start out my day at one of our 45 fire and EMS stations located throughout Prince George's County. Today, I'm going to visit the Morningside Volunteer Fire and EMS Station number 827.
Very well, but get back there first, Jim.
Station 827 performs an apparatus check early in the morning. Morningside 827 is just a few miles from the main gate to Andrews Air Force Base, home to Air Force One. Today, I'm going down to the National Harbor to visit one of the studios that we have contracted with to produce our public safety channel. This new studio, which is almost near completion, is fully equipped with state-of-the-art equipment capable of filming, editing, and broadcasting the content that makes up the information on our public safety channel.
First, Jaws of Life. Built to extend lives. We're the creator, the innovator, the industry pioneer, and still the only rescue tool you'll want in your hands when it's time to save lives. Find out more at jawsoflife.com. Achiever Education and Training offers nationally recognized courses, training, and seminars that lead to Pro Board certification. Courses include training programs and seminars that exceed nationally recognized industry standards. Find out more about these professional online courses and the people that provide this education. AchieverEducation.org.
My next stop is to visit the Marketplace Project. This is an area where firefighters are performing several live exercises. During the cold winter months, we're allowed to operate inside the abandoned mall. It's a abandoned grocery store, which gives us plenty of area to advance hose lines and perform mazes with hose lines, basically practicing stretching hose lines. Again, it's a lot better to do it indoors than through the cold of outside. Including roof work, cutting roofs, cutting through steel doors, rolling steel doors, and things of that nature.
Prince George's County firefighters engage in training sessions on a regular basis. Engine Company 23 unpacks some of the new key hose combat ready lines that the department will be testing out today. Battalion Chief Christian Wargo, who possesses over a decade of experience, is one of the lead trainers with all the engine companies today.
Start laying it out. So we check the annunciator panel. Light up back here. I'm the manager.
In this training scenario, the battalion chief pretends to be the store manager and lets the firefighters know that people may possibly be trapped.
Everyone else is out.
You get yourself outside.
Will do. So you see, you got some smoke conditions right here. So what are you thinking about? What do we need to start thinking about right now?
Where it's at.
Where it's at.
Where it needs to be. If it's above us.
So.
Get the truck to come on top of the roof, have them check that out. Have the next truck come in with us, start pulling the ceiling, making sure there's nothing apparent above us.
Okay. So start. This is your opportunity to go ahead and find out what you have. Look. You need to start moving forward. He's already. Don't lose control of the shoulder load, right? So what do you need to do?
The hose line is being rolled out to the stairway, where the victims are possibly trapped.
Sound fire.
Charging your line now.
Moving the hose lines properly and safely is key to any kind of firefighting effort. Hose lines need to be in place before being charged. The firefighters slowly and carefully climb the stairs, following each other as a precaution as they attempt to locate any victims. A smoke machine is used to help emulate the rising smoke of a fire.
Right back here. Hey, you need to be coming up.
The firefighters, now on the second floor, continue their search.
Alright, so now, fire's back here, you hit it. What do you do?
Battalion Chief Wargo keeps the engine company on their toes, reminding them to check the areas where they came from while focusing on the possible critical nature of people being trapped.
But we need to remember, we got 2 possibly trapped victims.
Right, first thing is to take a look,
Yes.
get ahead of
Okay.
them.
Get ahead of them as far as you can go.
Right.
Do a quick sweep, come back,
Yeah.
manage that door.
Right.
Okay? The door gets managed, we're not opening it up until we have a charged hose line ready to go. We talked about, do not lose control of that shoulder load. Keep it up on your shoulders. You have plenty of time. You didn't need to drop it. You have plenty of time to keep it up here, flake it out. So how did the new hose, the key hose, how did it feel? Was it feel lighter than your other stuff?
It's lighter.
It's lighter?
Yep.
Moved a little bit better? Okay.
Brighter, you can see it.
Yeah,
Might be
you
able to-
definitely can see it.
At the end of the evolution,
Questions?
Battalion Chief Wargo takes the opportunity to thank the crew and to remind them that practice is the key to being safe.
Getting different tips. You helped out. I mean, did you learn, little things. I've learned a bunch of little things just by watching people make mistakes, but we want to correct them before they keep going. Okay? Any questions? All right, good job. Thanks for coming out. Get back, help us out, and go back in service. Really appreciate it. All right? See you guys. Thanks again. We might change that.
Okay.
And if not, we'll...
Or how many frame squad one there?
Yeah. Yeah. We'll look at that. We'll switch around. Definitely want you guys to come through with engine to do some engine work.
The firefighters leave the evolution the same way they entered it, treating the exercise as if it were a real fire. So all equipment is unloaded and loaded accordingly. Engine Company 23 goes back into service. The next engine company is preparing for their evolution. WaterX's history traces back to the 1920s. WaterX high-pressure pumps have become the industry standard for portability and rugged performance. WaterX offers a complete line of high-performance pumps suited to meet the most difficult water handling requirements. WaterX. We move water. Ditch Hitch, the industry leader for safe vehicle recovery.
Hi, I'm Danny McCallum. I'm the Fire Chief of the Valley View Volunteer Fire Department in Valley View, Alberta, Canada. Today we're going to demonstrate the Ditch Hitch system. It's a vehicle recovery system designed to keep you safe while you're removing a vehicle. Deputy Chief Les will get the system we keep in our rescue truck, and we'll have firefighter Randy hook up the system to our truck. It's designed so you cannot put it in backwards. If the pin doesn't fit, it's not meant to be there. They have a unique locking pin device that goes on. It's like a key ring to design to hold the pin in place while the vehicle is being used to recover. The key component to this whole system is this fuse link. This is designed to break, supposed to. You can only use this fuse link system with this ditch hitch. This system's designed so everybody can go home safe at the end of the day.
Find out more about the award-winning Ditch Hitch at www.ditchhitch.com. Back at Station 26, training continues. This evolution is going to utilize Hearst rescue tools for a complete cut job.
Right now we have 2 new guys on our shift, so we're just taking them out here, going over the squad with them, showing them where all the equipment's located, giving them little tips on what to grab when we get on scene, and then we're going to go over little basics about cutting up a car with the Hearst equipment.
Following a vehicle accident, the vehicle extrication is a critical moment where civilians are extricated from a damaged vehicle. Injuries can range from a minor cut to a life-threatening situation. So it is necessary that first responders work quickly, safely, and accurately. Depending on the damage of the vehicle, vehicle extrication can be completed in a short time, but sometimes it can take hours to safely extricate the patient. During this training evolution, a call comes in. The crew puts the training on hold and heads out the door. Back at the station, we catch up with Battalion Chief Christian Wargo. The Chief's duty takes him all over his first due, from training, research for the department, and responding to calls.
My name is Christian Wargo. I'm a Battalion Chief. I've been coming up this March, will be my 13th year, actually March 11th will be my 13th year on the department. Just got promoted to Battalion Chief back in July of 14. For a while we had an arsonist running around, and down Eastern Avenue all the way up Southern Avenue, guy was catching houses on fire by throwing basically Molotov cocktails onto the front porch. In one of the houses he did along Southern Avenue, he actually killed a lady there. But one night when we were sleeping, we get a bang on the door, and we came out, and a DC cop, he was screaming the house. As soon as we could see out the bay doors, you could see the glow in the air. So we jumped on the wagon, called it in. We laid out at that hydrant right there, came up, and the house is obviously gone now, but the house was sitting right there. The guy had thrown the Molotov cocktail on the front porch and completely burning. And this gets back to my training. I was new on the job and was kind of excited. My heart was racing, and the house was gone, so we were just going to deck gun it. I was bringing the deck gun down, and I was so excited. I kept spinning, and I spun it, and it stopped. So I pulled the pin to take it down a little farther. Well, it wouldn't go any farther because I sheared the pin off. So excited. So basically, we lobbed water over top of the house until we fixed it. So it was kind of embarrassing, but from then on, I preach that to younger guys. Make sure you know all your equipment. Don't get excited, even though I still get excited a lot, but that's me. So, kind of funny story. We got put out for an outside or smoke in the area. So coming up Balboa Avenue here, and we could smell something and couldn't see anything. So we're just driving around, looking down behind the houses, down the alley, little partial alleyways, and really not alleyways, but down in between the houses. And as we're looking down there, we could see smoke. Nothing, nothing major, but we could see stuff. So came up, we made a right here on Cumberland, and then couldn't see anything anymore. So we're coming down, we're looking, I'm driving. Yeah, it's this one, but it's the white one. But as we're coming down, can't see anything anymore. So I'm driving 5's engine. So now I'm looking into DC, which is just the next street over, and I can't see anything anymore. So started to come down, and the volunteer was riding in the back. Said, "I think that house is on fire." So we stopped, and by that time we couldn't see anything. So we kept asking him, "Are you sure? Are you sure?" Because none of us could see anything. So we came down, spun around, and we were questioning the guy because he had never been around before. So myself and the lieutenant were debating back and forth. We said, just definitely to be sure, we're going to lay out. So we came back around and did the whole loop again. Still the same thing. We didn't see any smoke, and came up to Cumberland Street again, and we laid out from the hydrant up here on the corner, pulled past the house. The lineman got out. He grabbed the line just to be sure. The officer went up and forced the door, and the house was definitely on fire. So we called it in, and it ended up being, I think they ruled it an arson, but that's the house right there. And remember, it was real cold, and everybody that went around back to get a look from around back slipped and fell or tripped over the chicken wire that they had, because they had a chicken coop back there. So it's just one that you can never, you got to trust your instincts and trust the people when they say they think the house is on fire, you know, especially when they're riding with you.
The Zamatic Corporation, one of the leading manufacturers of fire and safety equipment in North America. Zamatic strives to manufacture the highest quality fire and safety products in the industry. Great customer service is key for Zamatic. Find out more about Zamatic Corporation and their products at www.zamatic.com. Rescue One Connector Boats. Many missions, one boat. Find out more information at rescueone.com. Nighttime. A call comes in. The volunteers from Engine 27 from Morningside respond. The battalion chief responds, and he's out the door. Over the radio, we hear it's an apartment fire. Engine 27 is pumping water. The battalion chief arrives on scene. The fire started in a bedroom on the top floor of this apartment complex. BC Wargo checks in with the safety officer. The battalion chief has been assigned to interior operations. EMS stands ready as residents evacuate their homes. The battalion chief checks back in with the firefighters on the upper floor to view the extensive damage to the structure. The fire is out. The crews begin to pack up their equipment.